Yo, what's happening, people? And welcome back to the Tiki Taka podcast. We're going to hear hot takes, unbiased opinions, and hopefully have a couple laughs along the way.
Yes.
Yes, the intro is back. After last week, there was no intro. We're back with the intro this week because the vibes are up. So please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let us know what you think about what we're going to be talking about today, especially Chelsea fans, because you're center of attention today, center of the conversation, because yesterday Arsenal played Chelsea in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, and Havertz sent Arsenal to Wembley in the 97th minute. The ex-Chelsea player, and it was unanimously a terrible game.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone said that.
every like quote unquote neutral fan wants their 90 minutes back, and I don't blame them. In the first half, that's how I was feeling. I was like, well, that's 45 minutes.
No, the
just
first half
wasted.
was awful. The first half was awful. Like, I mean, majority of the game was awful. Like,
Yeah.
it was just so.
It's not like we're here to talk about some riveting.
Yeah, no, it was
trawling.
so abject of decisive quality.
Yeah, risk.
Like, someone was saying, I think Cams was saying, nice shape work.
Yeah,
You
good
know?
training session.
Yeah, like that definitely was how it felt. But like obviously I hear it from a neutral's POV. I hear neutrals wanting like a barn burning game because the way everybody, and I was saying this at the time, but the way everybody left after the first leg, when they were like, Ty's not dead, you know, Chelsea still in it, Arsenal have let them live, all this stuff. And I remember being like, I just don't think Chelsea are going to come to the Emirates and win by 2 goals. Yeah, expecting Arteta to stink it up. You have his boys ready and have the shape work all done for this game. So I hear why the neutrals were saying like, oh, this should have been better, or this should have been this, or this should have been that. But yeah, I just I wasn't believing that the tie wasn't dead after the first leg, and I knew that if you're coming to the Emirates and you need to win by X amount, that's a tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough ask.
Yeah.
That's
and look, Arteta, Arsenal, they did what they needed to do. They set up in the way that they wanted to set up. They kept Chelsea out, and Chelsea never really probed any real sort of threat or any problems to Arsenal. And I think a lot of the neutral fans as well are saying that this game and what it's turned out to be in terms of just nothingness really is on Chelsea.
Yeah,
because like you say, Chelsea came here a goal down, and Chelsea needed to come and turn the result around. It's a semi-final chance to get to a final. For Liam Rossini, it's probably the biggest game of his career. And shout out to Paul Merson, because after listening to Gary Neville for 90 minutes, Paul Merson...
I haven't actually heard the Gary stuff, but I've just heard that apparently he just kept on praising Chelsea's...
Yeah, because he just kept thinking
putting down Arsenal
was coming.
And
then it got to like
horrible Arsenal are playing.
Yeah, he was like, Arsenal need to wake up, all of this, and Chelsea are coming, and then Esteban Palmer came on, and then it got to like 90 minutes, and Gary was like, I don't know what Chelsea are doing. So for 90 minutes, Gary, you're saying the game plan's working perfectly. At half time, he said it was more dangerous for Arsenal. And then at 90 minutes, when Chelsea are still recycling the ball, Gary can't believe it. But Paul Merson actually called it out, and he was like, I'm flabbergasted by the Chelsea performance. He was like, this isn't a League One, League Two team coming here to keep the score down. It's Chelsea Football Club trying to get to a final, right? Now, look, I hear both sides of it. Yeah,
I do,
because it's difficult to get onto Liam Rossini because I don't think that's the wrong game plan. Come stay in it and try and quiet the crowd down, try and get the crowd nervous, which they've been recently at the Emirates. And I think Gary was banking on that on commentary, but you were there yesterday. It actually never really happened yesterday.
No, yeah, it never.
The fans were just kind of with the team the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna say like after hearing some other people's match reviews or just to talk around the game, when guys were like Arsenal fans were nervous or I was like, I never felt that once in the game. Like
I don't know what it was. Maybe because it was a cup tie or whatever. But because I don't think Saturday against Sunderland's going to be like that.
Yeah. But that's a game that you need to win.
Yeah,
I think it's so different if and we were just saying this, I just think it's so different if Arsenal don't actually need to win a game.
Yeah, we're basically 1-0 up that whole game.
Like, if we don't need to win a game, expect a lot of this. Expect a lot of, like, put the pressure on the other team to do something special, to create something, to you know, like, and that's probably honestly why Noni and Martinelli played.
Yeah.
Like, they're both hard workers, they both track back, they both do all that stuff. But if Chelsea were really going to sort of fly forward and go at us and all this kind of stuff, then they would have been the two guys we would have been looking for in the counter.
Yeah.
You know, so it works both ways for Arteta, where he's like, he came out in the post-match and was like, yeah, we knew this potentially could happen.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just play my guys that run all day. I'll just if you want to, like, make it long and dumb and, like, you know,
make it a 20-minute game.
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone was saying. Liam Rossinia's plan. He said Liam Rossinia even spoke about it before the game. He said that the aim is to take the game deep. Right, get our players on, try and score late, maybe take it to extra time, whatever. And obviously, that's what he's brought on Cole Palmer and Esteval to do that. But Paul Merson he said it at halftime. He called it at halftime. He was like, Chelsea are playing a dangerous game here.
Yeah, if you don't score,
because if you don't score,
it's contingent.
You've just put the Chelsea fans through an absolute waste of 90 minutes.
And like, you look weak and weak. I was going to say two things. So
you do look like you've come in as a League One team to keep the score down.
One, it's interesting from Gary, and obviously I haven't heard his commentary, but it's interesting from Gary because. And look, maybe it's apples and oranges, but I remember obviously when we went to play Liverpool at their place and Mourinho was in midfield and all the talk was about handbrake and how defensive we are and how this, like, the message it sends to the team and all of that kind of stuff. We were killing Arteta, saying that he isn't brave enough and he isn't this and he isn't that. And the talk after the first leg, I say again, was that Arsenal haven't killed Chelsea. This tie is very much alive. One goal in it, anything can happen. Go to the Emirates. So to see Liam Rossinia getting, like, big praise for turning up with 5 at the back. Like, if you told Chelsea fans at the end of the first leg, you're going to start with 5 at the back in the next leg, they would have been like,
Yeah.
They would have been like, what? I know there's 3 weeks, 4 weeks of football and a lot of stuff has gone under the bridge since then. And then, secondly, I was going to say with the Liam Rossinia thing, I'm not mad at it. Like, as much as I just don't understand where the praise is coming from, but I'm not mad at his decision to do that because I was the one saying I don't think Chelsea are going to come to the Emirates and win by 2 goals. Yeah, I don't think if Liam Rossinia had come to the Emirates and tried to play some, like, proper forward front foot stuff, that it necessarily would have worked in his favor. And the margins are so small that, like, if you miss that chance and you end up 2-0 down, yeah, you think fans are annoyed now, but imagine if it was like how it was the last time Chelsea came and played us and we were 3-4-0 up. We're doing Olays. The score is like 7-2 on aggregate. Like, it's margins for him. It's margins for Liam Rossinia. Like, I hear his whole take it to the 4th and 5th rounds and then try and, like, depend on my quality or try and hope my quality can get me out of it. So I do hear where he's coming from. And I was also saying with Liam Rossinia, I heard his post-match. Something must be happening. I heard his post-match. He was funny because I think he's a tough guy to out-talk. You can't out-talk him. He covers all the points. He tells you he gives you his opinion as well as, like, why it is what it is. So when he was talking about, he said, like, 2 or 3 times, like, a manager can only make a game plan around the players available to him. And he was like, Cole's not really fit. Esteval had to go back. Reece James isn't there. Like, I feel the point he was getting across to me, at least, was that I didn't have the option to go gung-ho. I didn't have my players.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to go and try and step on Arsenal's necks with, I don't even know who's Delap at right wing and, all of this kind of stuff. I didn't have the players who I thought were good enough to maybe go and get 2 early goals at the Emirates. And if you're not going to get 2 early goals there, sit back.
Yeah.
So I kind of hear him in that respect. But as you say, the game plan is so contingent on scoring.
Yeah.
Like, so it depends on scoring. Because
if they do score, it's a Liam Rossinia masterclass.
Yeah.
Because he's waited for the last 20 minutes. They punched Arsenal, and it's Arsenal now have to come out, get out of first gear or whatever to go and try and score another goal. But Paul Merson was making a point just in response to that about, like, well, Garnacho could have played. Garnacho's not been good. We don't rate Garnacho, but he's the reason they're still in this tie. Yeah. He could have played. And then Paul Merson was like, could you have played Esteval for 45 minutes and Palmer for 45? Like, I think he's very much coming from the point of view of, like, this is a semi-final. Like,
do something, try something.
Liam Rossinia, I know he made the changes and Palmer, Esteval, and Garnacho came on, but, like, nothing really changed. And yeah, cool. Maybe that's on the players. They need to do their thing. Palmer has their free kick. Enzo has a couple shots, but I don't know. It just seems like it was like I've seen other people talk about it. They're like, and you said it yourself. Yeah, you're like, this tie was done from the first. Because they're not going to come here and score 2 goals. Yeah. So if you're not going to come here and score 2 goals, why are you trying to make it a 20-minute game to get 1? Like, what makes you think that in the last 20 minutes, this defense, which might be probably the best defense in Europe, you're going to put that under enough pressure for the pipes to burst? Like,
and that's ultimately why, like, I hear your point, and I hear what he's saying. Whereas, like, as a manager, he's like, you're judged. You know, if it works, you're a genius. If you don't, you're a loser, essentially. And that is what it is. Like, if that late free kick or a set piece or whatever it is does go in, that's all Liam Rossinho was trying to do, was to get this game to go to extra time and potentially penalties. That was what he saw as his greatest chance to get through. Like, that was his greatest chance of success, because I don't think he believed, through his tactics and what he did on the pitch, that he had a team that could go out there and be progressive, step on our necks, do all of this kind of stuff. Yeah. So I hear it. And the same thing with what you're saying. Like, now that it hasn't worked, we can also say he was trying to play on the crowd and make the crowd nervous, and Gary saying, you know, take it deep, all this kind of stuff. But do you know what really would have got the crowd nervous? Is if Chelsea got an early goal.
Yeah.
If Chelsea got an early goal, the crowd really would have been nervous, as opposed to myself and the rest of us, you guys who were there. Like, but once it hit the 70th minute, 75th minute, I was like, I think Chelsea only really have one in them at this time. So this is a bare minimum going to extra time.
Yeah.
Whereas if Chelsea had 1 goal and it was reaching the 70th minute, 75th minute, and it was still 1-0 Chelsea, I'd be like, oh,
yeah. And like you said, that's when the fans get really.
That's when I'd be nervous. Yeah. That's when I'd really be nervous, because it could be the deflected, could be the corner, penalty.
Anything.
It could be anything. But when it was still 0-0 in the 70th, 75th, 70th, I was like, I'm looking at Gabby and Saliba, I'm looking at Timber and Hincapié. No one's really looking, phased or under pressure, or like as if their man's going to get the best of them in these duels. And so the plan didn't work out for Liam Rossinho. But another thing I wanted to speak about is
just quick, because also if it's not so much the 5 at the back. Like, if those are the players available, that's the system you want to play. That's fine. But he's come into a game in the way that Chelsea have played, and in probably the mentality that he's given them. He's come into a game not to lose. Yeah. But he's come into that game already losing.
Yeah. So that speaks to the point that I was trying to make.
You can't really come into a game that you're already losing not to lose.
No, but that's the point I was trying to make. Is it's so interesting with this Arsenal team, because obviously the whole thing is that we haven't won anything. Any other fan will remind you how much this team hasn't won. Yeah. But the respect that we get on the pitch from Rossinho and Pep and all these other guys, Company, all these other guys that come, it's as if we're like 3-4 time champs of something. Like, as you're saying, Chelsea are 1 goal down with everything to prove, needing to win the game, but come with 5 at the back.
Yeah, big Chelsea
needing to win the game.
Yeah.
Against small Arsenal that don't win anything, that are bottlers, that are this, that are that.
Yeah.
There is the media narrative and the online narrative and the fan narrative about Arsenal and this Arsenal team and serial bottlers and all this kind of stuff. And then we play said team or said set of fans or said group of fans or whatever it is, and their team, their manager, their 5 at the back, they're saying that they need to sit in. They're complaining about all this kind of small stuff. Like, obviously, different point, but Rodri losing his head about refereeing decisions. Like, that was all the stuff that you used to get onto us for.
Yeah.
Used to say that we were,
Like, if that had been like Odegaard or someone that had come out and said this, they don't want us to win and whatever, Arsenal fans would have been killed,
criticized. So for me, that's one of the most interesting points or takeaways from this game is, despite having won nothing for the last 4 or 5 years, and despite whatever the media will tell you about set pieces on goals and just our style of play and all this kind of stuff, the respect that we get from other managers, and top managers, top teams at that, it says it all, really.
Yeah,
it says it all.
Well, yeah, apart from Michael Carrick.
No, but that's I don't want to say, but that's kind of also why I respect Carrick's thing or anybody's thing,
because he was brave.
If you're gonna come
and be brave
and for real be like, we don't think this Arsenal team is, because sometimes,
because that's what I only say that because guys, Chelsea fans were looking at it like, this isn't an Arsenal team that like we should be so afraid of. We can't go out 5 at the back or whatever. And I agree with your point. Managers definitely show that respect. We've seen that, right? You've listed the examples, but just from a fan perspective now, Chelsea fans were thinking that, And Chelsea fan Garnacho said it in his pre-match. He was like, well, Man United went there and won, so if they can do it, then we can do it, whatever. But so if you do believe that, like, and Michael Carrick's kind of shown that whatever, he's been brave, he's been front-footed, but even so, they still needed 2 worldies. Like,
to be
like Liam Mourinho, 2 of his players could have scored 2 worldies, and he could have won that game the way Michael Carrick won that game.
But at least Man United were aggressive on the front foot, trying to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. They had more intent, they had more like willingness to go forward and score, and Chelsea just didn't really.
I agree. Like, sometimes it's tough to say because I agree that this isn't like an unbeatable Arsenal team, or this isn't like, just the best team that the Premier League has ever seen. And 100%, if you get at us, our problem is scoring goals.
Yeah.
That's documented. We've been on the pod. Every fan knows that our problem is scoring goals. So if you get 2 goals on the board, there's a chance you could draw or win the game. Versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
So, but if you're gonna come back and play 5 back and sit back and worry so much about what we might do to you, then Arteta's won the. He's won the He's won the war already. He's won the psyop. He's already in your head. He's already got you doing, all this kind of different stuff. So.
Because it did also, a lot of like people talking about Arsenal and how poor Arsenal were and all of that, and we weren't great, but I do think there was an instruction from Arteta, like you're saying, of like just kind of wait.
I know.
Wait for them to.
Bro, without ever being in an Arteta press room / pre-match talk / whatever, I just know Arteta was telling everyone, no mistakes. If you make no mistakes, we get to a final. And I was telling myself before the game, if Gabriel has an 8, 9 out of 10 performance, we get to the final. Just Gabriel alone. Because if Gabriel has an 8 or 9 out of 10... I
was a bit worried about Kepa, but...
If Gabriel has an 8 or 9 out of 10 performance, we probably concede 1 goal or less.
Okay, yeah.
And that's like, even if we concede
extra
1 goal,
time,
I think he might get 1 if he's having an 8 or 9 out of 10.
And
So... I think Arteta's playbook would have just been to the guys, and as I say, it's gonna be part and parcel if we have any of these like away day wins at these Champions League places, where Arteta will be telling people or telling the players at home, like, if you make no mistakes today, we go through, we get to the final, we advance. And I think a lot of the games are gonna be, or put pressure on the team. Not a lot of teams have won at the Emirates, so put pressure on teams to come here and try and play beautiful football and try and pass their way out of stuff. And it's a roll of the dice for us as well, because we're also saying that, like, if Chelsea do get 1, are we able to just like But I guess you'd maybe rather take that chance at home than away from home,
for sure. And look, obviously the game goes on at 0-0. Everyone in the stadium's pleading with the ref to blow his whistle. Call the game over. And Arsenal break. Trossard to Declan Rice. Rice ball across. Kai Havertz 1-on-1. Coolest man in the stadium, takes it round the goalkeeper, buries it, and he celebrates. He points to the badge. He lets everybody know he's joined the biggest club in London. He's come to the red side. He's loving life over here. It's all smiles. You saw him and Noni doing their celebration. Noni sprinted full speed to get over and get involved in those celebrations.
It was interesting because I was happy. Don't get me wrong. It was like bare limbs, great time. But it felt as if the game, sometimes when you get those kind of scenes at the end of the game, like when our bench empties and everybody's running on the pitch, it's like, it's been like a barnstormer game. It's been like a great game. 3-2.
Yeah. Bournemouth, Reece Nelson.
You feel me? Like, it was funny because Havertz scores and that's a great moment. I'm not even here to say anything about that moment. But when the bench empties, it kind of felt disproportionate to the 95 minutes. But what I did like is, it essentially, my point is, it kind of showed you, even though the players were conservative or playing, a type of way, how much
they wanted it.
As a bench cleared, as you say, Noni and Gyökeres and all these guys.
Cala.
Jesus. All these guys is right on top of how
Gary Neville, he's like, there's been a picture invasion.
Yeah. I was like, it didn't feel as if the game had that needle or charge or whatever it was. And then the players at the end, how much it means.
The last 20 minutes though, when Martinelli's making some runs down, his fouls. The needle did build in the game because the Arsenal fans kept coming back.
They brought Garnacho on, and Martinelli had this header at the right wing back position, in front of me,
tracking his man.
So funny. I was just like, bro, this is 90+5 on the clock.
Yeah.
Martinelli's at the goal line.
Do you see when he chased Robert Sanchez? It was like 90+6, and then he kicked it out.
But Havertz.
Havertz. So he scores the goal. And I think part of the reason they've all run on the pitch to go and celebrate is obviously it's Havertz.
It's Havertz.
He's come back. That's a massive goal.
Yeah.
And the noise in the stadium. Yeah.
No, it was great, man.
Like, I feel like if you're an Arsenal player on that pitch, when you're on the bench, you have to react in some way. And yeah, look, it was just brilliant. Havertz, he scored 3 goals in 5 games against Chelsea now.
I've seen all 3.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Been lucky enough to see all 3.
Yeah. And he had that one at Stamford Bridge that was disallowed for offside.
The margins. Yeah.
And the one that Trossard took off him last year at Stamford Bridge. But 3 and 5. And look, he's back. Demon home, like running verts, maybe, I don't know, but
that's already my tweet of the week. That video with the
got that written down. So the MJ video. I had another one though, so I'll pick another one if you got that one.
Good, man.
Yeah, bro, like how you feel? You feeling good now?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like Havertz is back.
Yeah.
And it's not as much as it is Havertz. It's not even just Havertz. Because Havertz is unbelievable. Havertz is a great player. Me and you have been talking about how good Havertz is going to be for us, or has been for us, or whatever. We've been flying his flag for a long time. But he's looking like LeBron, maybe. Like the way everybody else is, well, I say everybody, like in terms of strikers, is elevating their game. You know, for whatever we're saying about Gyökeres, for whatever we're saying about Jesus' injuries or sort of lack of, goals earlier in the season, getting with the program, all that kind of stuff. As soon as Havertz is getting 30 minutes, 45 minutes here, 45, everyone is like, yo, I need to score. I need to get mines. And I need to start creating, linking up play. I need to start like being involved. Whenever you play Jesus scores now. Whenever you play Gyökeres is scoring now. Havertz he's either creating.
Even the header Gabriel has.
Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's moving like LeBron. Like I'm just gonna elevate everybody else around me. I'm gonna make every 3-and-D guy just look like the best 3-and-D guy in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, like honestly, I could go on forever about how much Havertz is gonna bring to the team. But the biggest thing that Havertz is gonna bring to the team is just these mini moments in these games. And I say mini, but like these big moments in these games.
I've said before, like Havertz plays every game the same. Like, whether that game's a World Cup final or it's
he rarely loses his shit.
The fourth game of the season. It's like and also the like a bit like Eze. But obviously it looks a bit different, but like the intensity in their game doesn't change. If it's a final or if it's just like a league game or early round, like they're just that calm. They're that cool on the pitch.
And I don't think he's done in the tournament. I feel like we have not a lot of clubs will have this, but I just feel like in football there is the like semi-final final scorer. Like he'll score in both the semi-final and the final type vibes. As they did it last year. I've seen Sanchez and guys do it in the past. You know.
But and look, the pointing at the badge. It's just good, isn't it?
Bro, he's done it before. I think he's even had time to mentally think of it. It's just a natural reaction. It's just this is where I am. Let everybody know.
Dagger to the heart of Chelsea.
I mean,
fans.
The content just off the back of that is.
Do you think it's a bit weird? Like, Havertz, like Chelsea fans go on about 2 stars. We've got 2 stars on the badge. 2 stars. One of those stars belongs to Havertz. But they hate him, bro.
I think it is. I don't think it's weird because Chelsea fans dug him out for so long. Because Chelsea fans called him shit.
Like he is the reason they have
all of this kind of stuff.
Like, imagine having an Arsenal goal scorer win us a Champions League and he's playing for, like, some team we hate, Man United, a year later. Like, it feels weird. Your Champions League, the guy who wins you a Champions League, like, should be...
But I don't know, like, that can... like, honestly, Chelsea is just a whole different thing in itself. Like, an Arsenal guy can win the Champions League and end up playing for Man United, but somehow his relationship with the fans won't be... how Chelsea have relationships with any of their players.
So could you really hate the guy that won you a Champions League?
No, I couldn't be on the like booing him or
and they're doing a lot more than that.
Or whatever, whatever this relationship. Especially if he was like 24. Like I would have given him 5 years. He'd had to turn 29 before I gave up on him. You know?
Yeah.
But that's just Chelsea, isn't it? Like they're so and that's why the celebration comes in because it's I think the most interesting thing with Havertz is how at home he feels now. With the Arsenal fans, having had like the non-start of like fans booing him, cussing him, saying he wasn't worth the money. Like me and you, every Arsenal fan we used to know used to cuss Havertz, and now it's like Havertz. He's the clinical one.
Yeah,
everyone is just
He's our best striker.
Yeah,
yeah.
Everyone. Well, Havertz just brings the goals.
Yeah.
So let's just get Havertz back out there because he brings the goals. You know.
Yeah.
After beating that drum for so long, so I just think it's interesting for Havertz in the sense of
he definitely like has found a home.
Yeah.
I think he feels,
and he's gone through the fire. I think that's why he likes it even more. Maybe not stuff to say, that's putting words in his mouth, but like, do you know it's different?
No, he has because Arteta had to come and stand in the fire with him.
Exactly, and beg fans to give him patience and time,
basically hold his hand to come out.
And now it's at the point where Havertz almost like, if Havertz has a bad game, God forbid, I feel like there'll be leniency.
Yeah, no one really says anything. Yeah.
Like he's part of like the Saka group and Gabriel group of, but we know he's gonna come back and be great the next game. You know,
to us.
Maybe not everyone's there.
Yeah, Saka Gabriel is.
No, it's not. I'm saying he's almost in that group. He's in those conversations of like,
for sure. But I think if you say why the group of Arsenal,
they're still.
Yeah,
he's got to win a trophy.
Yeah. And I don't know, for some of them, I think there's still some. You know, but that's why the celebrating, it just helps like erode the Chelsea tax. it's just eroding the Chelsea tax, and because we haven't won the trophies yet. Yeah. But when we win the trophies, there's no more Chelsea tax. But up until we win those trophies, just celebrating against them erodes the tax. So Noni, if you're listening, we still play Chelsea. one more time. But
more time.
Look, on the Chelsea side, yeah. I mean, the record, Mikel Arteta's won the most amount of games in his career
against Chelsea.
Joint with Wolves. The last 5 Chelsea managers haven't been able to beat him. The last time Chelsea beat Arsenal at Stamford Bridge was 2018.
Yeah.
We would have been in uni.
Yeah.
Early days of uni.
Yeah.
It's been that long. And look, this season so far, they beat us 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. We beat them at Stamford Bridge, and we've beaten them at home.
Yeah.
So 2 wins and a draw for Arsenal, and 1 more home game still to come. Yeah. I think that for a Big Six record is disgraceful.
Well, yeah, obviously for Chelsea's point of view,
is shocking.
But
like, especially because Chelsea like to consider Arsenal as their biggest rivals.
It's only shocking because we know that these records exist within the Big Six. Yeah, it's just that it's never normally
Chelsea.
Arsenal.
Chelsea.
It's never normally that like haven't beaten Arsenal in 10 years, haven't beaten Arsenal in, haven't won at the Emirates since 2005. You never you never really hear that. Like, obviously we had it at OT, we have it at Anfield, we have it at the Etihad.
But they have it at their home ground.
Yeah.
That's something Arsenal have never really had like that.
So that's what makes it even more sort of astonishing, is how full circle this bullying cycle has become.
Yeah.
Where like, there's Chelsea fans that could be 6, 7, 8 years old that I've just never seen.
Yeah.
I've never seen. Can you imagine? It's like a 7-year-old Chelsea fan. He's just never seen us.
Honestly, bro, 2018. That's 8 years ago. 8 years ago, the last time they saw us.
They could, and obviously, God forbid, I don't want to jinx things, but it could get to the, OT, Etihad levels of like, if it reaches 10 years.
Yeah.
If you start
Chelsea
saying,
can't go 10 years.
If you start saying Chelsea haven't beaten Arsenal at home in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like that's
a dominance.
Come on, what are we talking about?
At home,
what are we talking about?
Come on, what are your fans doing?
Those are the records.
The team. But look, and part of that, Chelsea fans always talking about, when we play Arsenal,
guys are
missing. Palmer's stuck in the test, and James is out, or Caicedo's suspended, or whatever it is. Yeah. Cucurella was out there yesterday. Caicedo was out there. Enzo was out there. João Pedro was out there.
I saw Steve.
Palmer and Steve came on.
Yeah.
Some of Chelsea's big players, they're not turning up.
They're ducking the test. How many?
I think some of them all the time. Like, how much longer are we just going to allow Cole Palmer for injury problems and he can't play every 3 days?
I was about to say, was that the first time he played against us? I've never really seen him at the Emirates or at the pitch, or like
at the Emirates. It might be
when he lined up for that free kick. I can't remember if he or Enzo took it at the end, but I was like, I've never felt the Palmer potential. At the Emirates, but I
think that might actually be the first time, because he didn't play in the 5-0.
He didn't play all of exactly. Last season he didn't play against us.
I don't think he played last year.
He didn't play in the home leg.
No, when Marino scored.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the year before that, I don't think he was at Chelsea. So yeah,
that's kind of nuts. But no,
but
you're
yeah,
right.
look,
They're
I
ducking
mean,
the smoke. It's not honestly. It's Reece, Steve. I mean, I don't know what Estevar's problem was. I think he must have been some family.
yeah,
shit,
it's a personal thing. Yeah,
but like Reece, like it's a Carabao Cup semi-final. Like, if you want to play for it, play for it. You know,
but that, to be fair, I think Maresca's given us the heads up on that. Like the medical team has the final say.
He's already
on who plays,
and
Liam Rasheen is obviously not gonna go against that. He knows better than
that's
that.
why I think Chelsea are gonna have a problem getting rid of Liam Rasheen.
Like, why did Palmer play 90 minutes against West Ham
and then come
on the bench?
Yeah, come do 45. Well, Liam came out and said we have to protect him.
Yeah, but he played 90 minutes against West Ham.
Maybe Liam's kind of threw this away.
No, I think the thing from the higher ups and what some of the reporters have, Chelsea journalists have been reporting, is that the very clear directive is the Champions League football.
Oh, is what's important.
Yeah, that's above everything else. So when our players are fit to play,
they play
i.e. Reece James, Cole Palmer, they play
Cole
Premier League
Palmer,
football to get us points.
And obviously we can have this is a deeper conversation for later, but Cole Palmer is getting eerily close to running out of time
and not making the World Cup squad.
Yeah, like as you're saying, like how many times can we blame injuries or 45 minutes? And like if Tuchel's lasting memory of you this season is managed minutes with minimal impact, like there's other guys that are just playing minutes and getting impact.
But how many of those other guys
are Cole Palmer?
No, not even Cole Palmer, but are getting minutes. I'm like, Foden's poor. Eze's not been.
Yeah, he's not been firing.
Yeah. Bellingham and Rodgers will go. We know that. But Palmer might end up going because he's just a bit better than what the others are.
So is it a type of thing? Because Gibbs White hasn't had an amazing season, and I'm not even a Gibbs White fan. But is it on the thing of like Gibbs White keeps Forest up, he's scoring goals as of late?
yeah.
He's coming into the World Cup season in some sort of
form. Yeah. Maybe he scored more goals than Palmer this season.
Yeah, some sort of form. He's been playing.
But I still think that would be...
Tuchel looks at the stats, played 35 out of 38 games, has 5 goals, 5 assists, or 6 goals, 4 assists, whatever it will be, versus Cole Palmer, who's played like 23 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Like, is Tuchel on the, like, I'm not looking at names things, I'm just choosing who's on form, current talent, all this kind of stuff, or does Cole Palmer still go managing minutes?
I think it'd be a mad call for Tuchel to take
a Gibbs White
over, and it wouldn't just be Palmer; it would be Eze and Foden as well.
Yeah.
Like, and the way the three of them are playing at the minute.
That's my point about Palmer.
But I still think it would be wild. I
hear what you're saying, and I probably would still lean towards the names, but
because Gibbs White's not like Gibbs White's he's nice in it, but.
I agree, and I'm not the biggest Gibbs White fan. I'm really not, but I think for Tuchel, he's seemed as if he's on the whole form, fitness, who plays type stuff. Yeah.
Forest can't finish 17th and 2 of their players being the World Cup squad. We just can't have that. Next we're going to be saying Callum Hudson-Odoi can go because he's better than Gordon. He's had a better season than Gordon.
But it's getting scary for Palmer.
For sure. He needs to start stepping it up, and I
don't think the champs is gonna. I don't want to count out Chelsea. You can't count out Chelsea, especially new manager. Or 6 months to prove myself.
Well, they've got PSG or Newcastle also.
But my point is, I don't think champs is where the bag is for Chelsea.
It's not.
So I like
Chelsea ain't winning shit this year.
Like, how much is saved? If Cole Palmer, you save Cole Palmer for a potential round of 16 or quarterfinals tie against PSG, and you just get smacked up. Like, Cole Palmer could be amazing. PSG just come and they move to you, and that's that then.
Yeah. So, but also, what is going on with Palmer? Like, some people are saying that he probably needs surgery, but he's delaying surgery because he wants to go to the World Cup.
Yo, I actually think, that, and this is a separate thing, but I actually think the reason why Marino's gone to surgery is so he can be back for the World Cup. I don't think Arteta makes that call for any other player in the squad. Like, if that was Hincapi, if that was Hincapi or Calafiori, I think Arteta delay. We'll push the surgery to the summer. We'll just have to see what we can do in painkillers, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just know the Marino, Spain, like
his foot is fractured though.
I'm telling you, it could have been a whole steroids, patchwork, get Mourinho back out
Dr.
there.
Kugat.
Yeah, for the end of the season.
Yeah,
but Arteta's looked at the timeline and said, I think you can still make the World Cup and the end of the season. So let's do this now.
Even Zubimendi's come out and he's like, yeah, hopefully we have such a great medical team, Mikel can make it back for the World Cup. Like, we would all love him there and whatever. But even so, it's like Mourinho's gonna be. Look, with this we could talk about.
That's a different one. Yeah, that's
okay. Look, so obviously, I don't know what let me have a quick look at what the score is in the other semi-final, which is being played right now. But Man City were 1-0 up in this game, 2-0 up from the first leg, so 3-0 on aggregate. Man City are winning 3-0.
Yeah.
Marmoush Brace, Randers won. So they're 5-0 up halftime. So it's Arsenal Man City in the Carabao Cup final. And look, it's going to be a massive game because it's first versus second. Arteta versus Pep. Guys are saying that Pep ushered out Arsene Wenger in 2018 with his first trophy, and Arteta maybe is ushering out Pep with his first trophy in the Cup. That was the last time we played Man City in a final. We played them in the Carabao Cup. But from a Man City point of view, obviously more can potentially be made of this as we get closer to the time, depending on the league position and
all this stuff,
how much they are in that, and how much this will mean to Man City and Pep to win a trophy, maybe in a transition year. But on the Arsenal perspective, we've spoken about this before, and obviously it's a Jose Mourinho established this. You win this first one in February, and you kick on to go and win the title. How big could it be to take a lot of the pressure off?
It'd be massive, man. Like, yeah, it'd be
mentality.
Massive. Look, the same reason we're talking about Kai Havertz and sort of why he's pointing at the badge. Like, these players are online. Kai Havertz knows how much Chelsea fans are shitting on him online, hence why he loves to score against Chelsea and celebrate and all this kind of stuff. Like, for the players to go into the potential final 10 games of the season without the whole haven't won anything. Of course, the narrative will change. It'll be like, haven't won anything major since, haven't won anything major.
Yeah.
But even just that small little change is an acknowledgement of like, all right, well,
we've knocked over the first.
Exactly. Because we made a big thing when Newcastle won it last year, and all the seasons before, as you say, Jose, there's a history of people winning this and getting celebrated. So
Man United fans still think Ten Hag's a better manager than Arteta because he won this trophy. So,
I remember Carabao and third or fourth was better than second place. Yeah. So if you can get the Carabao, it doesn't matter where we finish really in the season.
That's in the bag.
So no, I just think honestly, my feelings after the game of it's been forever since I've seen Arsenal enough like do or die, not do or die game, but do or die. Final.
You thinking that as well?
It's been
ages,
forever, and I'm really looking forward to it. And that's why it's so big for us. I want to win the Carabao. I put all my stocks in it last year. Newcastle, damn, yeah. So for us as a club, for the players, for the run-in, I think it's going to do massive, massive, massive things for the run-in if we win it. But I just think even the signs of just getting over hurdles and making it to finals, because that was really bothering me. Like, the reason we aren't winning trophies is because we just hadn't been to a final. It was just that simple.
Yeah.
So just these kind of hurdles that are overcoming, it's good vibes. It lets me. It's always a reason to believe a bit more of like, all right, well, things might be different this year because now we're actually in the final.
Yeah.
If we had just been knocked out at the semi-final stage, if Chelsea had found a way to score 2 goals, boy.
Yeah, it would have been dark. But look, as the final draws closer, we'll do a preview for that. So let's do a tweet of the week. So you already had your one, yeah?
Yeah, yo, that by the way, that Jordan video, the echelons of Twitter memes.
Yeah,
that one is in. I don't know where that came from. It's the best edit. It's the best Jordan.
And the music. It's because running Bert's loading. So I had that one, yeah. But I also had the other one.
The Bad Bunny.
No, Jose. They haven't beaten me 10 times.
Yeah.
They call me boring, but what do you want them to call me? Funny Jose. Chelsea fans are trying to say that Arsenal are terrible to watch. We'll just keep losing. That's Jose telling you that.
That was really good.
I need that from Arteta, bro. Next time they come at Arteta for play style and it's boring Arsenal.
The Kaisenzo That
Yeah.
shit kills me. What guys sends
Okay, MVPs and rookies.
yo. Yeah, it's a long list.
Arteta got to a final.
Done MVP.
Um,
Havertz MVP.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes
Mhm.
did his thing
Mhm.
again on the weekend.
Mhm.
Dominic Solanke,
Mhm.
Puskas goal it will be up there. And Solanke, you have my respect, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciation.
You know Solanke slander will
Gal
be
dog.
tolerated.
Not giving any Gal dog
because
any MVPs.
Gal dog, you know what? Gal dog,
Gal
bro.
dog.
Gal dog,
Cardio
McTom,
G.
bro. There's the Cardio G. There's places for those guys, bro. And look, the one that I think might actually deserve a bit of time, Keith Andrews.
That's real
Because
talk now.
Brentford did go to Villa Park.
That's
Obviously,
real
we're not
football.
talking about Villa as like part of a section, but they have lost again at home. Brentford down to 10 men. But
No, I
Keith
watched
Andrews,
this game.
yeah, still Dango.
The fundamentals of this
2-1-0 Dango scorelines.
Yeah. That's that, by the way. That's dark data, as they say.
Dark data.
The fundamentals of this Brentford team, like, it's really good. It's really good. Like, they shouldn't be anywhere near where they are in the table.
What are you saying? They're still playing off Thomas Frank DNA.
They are playing off Thomas Frank DNA because it's like when it's time to sit in and just be this like almost championship like, not championship like in terms of level, but like mental,
just
like
rigid, solid blocks.
Yeah. Duels, second ball, just
yeah.
not make.
And when you regain it, couple times.
That's it's really good. And when they went down to 10 men in the first half, I was feeling the worst for them. Like Villa are flying, third, second in the league, fighting for all of this top 4 stuff, and all the onus is on them. And Villa don't really lose that many games at home, so it's not just that Dango scored, because that I know that can happen. I know Dango can score, win a penalty, wherever it is, but it's the subsequent locking down, shutting down, frustrating of Villa for 45, 50 minutes plus that I was like, yo, that is very serious. Like, those aren't 3 points that Brentford typically always get. And Brentford are rigid, Brentford are solid, Brentford are fundamental. I praise them, but like that mentality, that sort of consistency
to dig in,
that like reluctancy to throw. Normally, I've seen Brentford sides. Remember when 2 years ago in the Ten Hag, when Brentford played well at OT, but somehow lost the McTom scores. Like sometimes Brentford will play well for 80 minutes, and you have to still credit them because of all of this, but they don't get the result that you really want them to get. But this Keith Andrews team is like they're refusing to leave bad results on the table. I want this. I want the good. I want the points.
We can get points in any game.
That one I respect for sure.
Yeah. Any other MVPs?
Yes. I don't know how to really word it. Just the NBA trade deadline in general. Just the all-round rejigging of teams. I saw Vucevic is now a Celtic. It's a serious move for Anthony Simmons. He was balling
for Anthony Simmons.
So I just respect the NBA for they're if you're a real NBA fan, you're always locked in, but they're quiet from like start of the season till about now.
And then you just
now
Shams.
Now trade deadline is closing. We'll start weekends coming up, and then we just go into the playoffs. Your teams are set. Your teams are locked in. Let's see what you have. Let's go for broke. So shout out to the NBA. I'm locking back in. Been locked in, but I'm locking back in. Shout out to Shams. He'll be my MVP just in general. And I swear I have another MVP, but I might have to do rookies first.
I've got a first rookie.
Go on.
Wesley Fofana.
For crying.
He's a wassio, bro. Like Carabao Cup semis. Guys are balling for Carabao Cup semis.
Oh, I have got a rookie.
What happened to proper Chelsea, bro? European heritage.
And Wesley, I just don't understand him because he's like a shithouse character these days. Like he likes to get under people's skin and do all this kind of stuff, and now he's crying out full time. What?
Paul Merson was like, he should be crying about their performance.
Yeah, I don't understand Wesley. My other rookie, I'll just quick Rodri for losing his head. I already spoke about it. Ridiculous. All that stuff that he was saying before about Arsenal teams that lack mentality is what he's showing right now.
Yeah.
But I have a rookie for Tonali's agent.
Okay.
Because
This is interesting. We haven't actually spoken about this yet. So.
Well, maybe I don't even know whether to give an MVP or a rookie. I'm like so caught in the middle. But Ornstein doesn't get involved in rumors.
And you know, Ornstein's doubled down today.
Oh, has he?
Ornstein's doubled down. He said, we got contact directly from Sandro Tonali's camp and they were okay. They said they were okay with us putting the information out there.
Yeah, like, because I remember from the summer when we were saying whole Sesko Gyökeres thing, like Fabrizio was tweeting 3 times a week.
Yeah, the filler.
Yeah. And Ornstein hadn't tweeted in 6 months.
Yeah.
About who it was going to be. Like, he doesn't do the rumors. He only does. He only does verified facts. Yeah. So when Ornstein's
Bobs.
when Ornstein's put out that initial tweet talking about players' agent has offered them to the club, I was like, what? Yeah.
That was mad.
That was so. I'm half rookie for the like quick. Oh, I'm gonna go to Fabrizio and say this was all fake. That this was nothing's happened. Everybody's happy, settled. At the club. Half of that is a rookie, but then I do give him a bit of an MVP if he's just like leaving breadcrumbs. Leaving breadcrumbs for the summer and. You know,
he's trying to get an idea of the valuation, what it might.
But it could be rookie for sure if it's just a. I don't think it is because he's not from Bayern Munich. If it's just a contract thing, but Tonali's just signed the contract.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't even need to be doing negotiation tactics.
Yeah. But Ornstein, like he
doesn't do the rumors.
It wasn't Ornstein telling us about the mystery German player.
He doesn't do the rumors. He doesn't do the speculation. He doesn't do that.
Remember that last Euros? The whole time we were Arsenal fans trying to find out who the mystery German player is. Scanning the whole Germany squad. It's a Mittelstadt.
Yeah, cool.
All right, look, I think that's it from us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Just covering the Carabao Cup semi. Arsenal obviously on their way to a final, on their way to Wembley. Where hopefully we can get the job done. But we'll be back next week with the Premier League roundup, covering some big Premier League fixtures this weekend. 2 Big 6 clashes, which should be very interesting. Man City obviously going to Anfield and Tottenham going to Old Trafford. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Peace.